You guys are always asking for something that's a little bit more traditional. We've got something today which covers sort of like a takeaway version of a traditional dish, which is twice cooked pork. And what's that in Chinese, Ma?
HUI GUO ROU.
Even though this is a takeaway version, it's still actually something that exists in the Chinese traditional dish realm, whereas most Chinese takeaway food is westernized fast food. This is only very slightly different from the traditional version.
Don't go away, keep watching.
And we'll get on with the recipe now. So first off, we're gonna need some belly pork. If it was up to Mum...
Too lean for me.
Yeah, so this is, I like it with less fat, Mum likes it with more fat, but this is what we have today. So that just goes into the wok. Along with some spring onions.
Or someone call it scallion.
Yeah, or shibbies, I believe people in Scotland call them. I've heard gibbons as well. But whatever you call them, spring onions. And I know someone's going to technically they're not spring onions. They're labelled as spring onions as these are, but technically the spring onions, yeah, you're correct, have a bulb. These are technically spring greens. No, these are technically green onions, sorry, not spring greens. They're completely different.
Garlic.
Yeah. Crushed, you can leave the skin on.
Give it more flavour.
That and it's going to get sieved anyway.
Carrots. Ginger.
Yeah, you want this freshly sliced ginger.
Bay leaves.
Yep. Now you can use any aromatics you want in this. You can add star anise, you can put some celery in here, some leeks, some onions, whatever you want. But takeaways will tend to use the almost bare minimum because remember it's fast food that tastes good. They're not going to put all those intricate flavours into there all the time. So that's more home cooking and the traditional version.
I'm looking forward for this. Salt.
Just a pinch. Most takeaways aren't going to be using the MSG at this stage. Shout out to the MSG massive. But we are because we believe in seasoning a little and often on every layer.
MSG.
I already said MSG.
Okay. Hashtag MSG. Now, water.
Yeah. You want quite a bit. You want this to be submerged. Now, we're just going to move this about a little bit as this is literally just to get some of those flavours in and around a bit better. If you've got the time, and like I said, takeaway isn't going to be doing this. Well, most aren't. Let that sit in the fridge like that overnight and all those flavours will penetrate really deep into that meat and make it extra tasty. But normally they're just going to do exactly what we're going to do now, which is bring this to the boil, braise it off for about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how thick your cut is. And then we're going to take it out. Going to let it cool down within 60 minutes, place it into the fridge till it's cold, and then we'll come back to what we're going to do next. So we're going to prep some veg. We've got a leek here. We want the darker parts. You can obviously use this part if you want, but we want the darker parts literally just for colour.
I'm going to cut some leek.
So you're going to take these apart. They're going to be sandy inside, so we're going to rinse these, but we're going to chop them up roughly first.
And then give it a rinse.
So I'm going to just take the outer layers off. Those ones we don't really want because they're a bit
tough.
Yeah. I'm just going to come down, same again, and then we're just going to cut them into sort of like
3 halves.
Yeah. So you can see there, they're all sandy inside. So all we do is put these in a sieve, run them under water, and then drain them off.
Yeah, get rid of the sun.
Yeah. You want to make sure they're dry though before we get cooked with these.
Yeah, otherwise.
Yeah, when it goes into the hot fat, it will spit.
Yes.
Then we're going to peel some garlic, and we want to keep these whole really. You can have them however you want. So like you can crush them and then cut it into fine little, what's the word I'm looking for?
Granules.
Not granules.
Smash.
Chops. Finely chopped.
Yeah.
Or minced. But we want like almost flakes. So we want to keep these whole. That way you get like a nice full shape. Slices, sorry, not flakes, slices. This one is for you if you're a massive garlic monster.
A bit of a pain sometimes. They just stick to the garlic, the shell.
You mean the clove?
Yeah, the shell of the clove.
Skin?
Yes, whatever you call them.
Peeling garlic is one of the worst jobs.
Yeah, we used to peel lots of
garlic. Yeah, loads.
This is like in a social gathering.
Yeah.
Peeling garlic.
You'd just be stood and sat on stools.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna slice these into slices. Like I said before, you can have these chunks, you can have them however you like. I mainly do it like this just for the looks, because I think it looks good. Plus I like really large chunks of garlic, but I mean, that's just me. And then we're just gonna chop up some chilies. You don't have to add the chilies, but you know, we like chilies, so that's what we're adding.
Yeah, it lifts the flavour.
Yeah.
Wow, I can smell the garlic. Hot.
You mean chilies?
Yes. Oh yeah, chili.
Yeah. So now we got our pork. So when we took these out, we sieved off that liquor, which we've got right here. And then this can be used as a stock for later on. It will freeze really nicely, won't it?
Yes, yeah, you can use it for like soup or anything.
Yeah, really nice for soup noodles.
Yes, like ramen noodle.
Yeah.
Everyone is crazy of it.
Yeah.
This will give it a good soup base.
Yeah, exactly. So don't throw that away. Okay, now we're going to cut up our pork. The reason we want it cold is because it makes it easier to slice. Because what we're going to do is we're going to slice it at an angle. Yeah. We want them fairly chunky, but also not massively chunky at the same time. You can have them really thin if you want. It depends how you like it, because I know loads of places will actually do this differently.
You do how you like it.
Yeah. Again, it's just personal preference at how thick or thin you want it. The reason also, I should say, why we cut it at an angle is because it gives you a larger or wider slice. So if you cut it straight down, like that, that's a small bit.
Yeah, compared to
that where you angle it, which is why we angle. Now we've done this, it's all to the cooking and it's very simple, very easy to do. Right, so this recipe is actually in our second cookbook, part 2, and it is spelt wrong, not on purpose, but it's spelt wrong. It was spelt wrong and then I corrected it. You guys at home said it was funnier that I left it as part 2, spelt wrong, so that's why. But that is in there. If you want to know where to get that, comment below and I will put a link to it. And it's the best way to support the free content as well by purchasing one of our cookbooks. So if you could do that, brilliant. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. So on with the dish. Gonna hit it with some oil. We need quite a bit.
Yeah, cooking oil.
Yeah. We're gonna let this get hot. Now, this will spit when it's hot. What we're trying to do is we're trying to render all the fat out of that pork. But if you're scared of the spitting, you can do it on a lower heat. It's just gonna take 3-4 times longer. So now our oil's getting hot, we're gonna put our pork in. I'm gonna be careful about this as well, because like I said, if it's hot, it's gonna spit. Now to us, that's nothing. This is normal.
Yeah, just normal, this is normal.
But we get that for people at home who aren't professional chefs, aren't gonna be used to this sort of like heat on your hands, where it does hurt because you're getting hot fat spit onto yourself. But for us, it's totally normal. We suggest, if you want to like save your arms, low heat and let it take its time, render slowly.
Or if you've got a fish ball, you can put a fish ball over your head.
Oh. No, don't do that.
Or long sleeve, you can wear long sleeves.
Yeah, wear long sleeves, but it will
protect the
splash your
spit on your hand. Yes, that's all we can. Some suggestions for you.
They're not very good ones though. I wouldn't follow those.
You know what yourself like, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know yourself more than we know that.
So we're really trying to crisp this up as well. That's part of the amazingness of twice cooked pork. It's got so much texture, flavour. Crisping the outside also makes it dry, which means it wants to absorb flavour when it's in the wok, when you put sauces with it.
You can see the browning of the pork now.
Yeah, you want it really nice and brown, like properly brown. That's about done now.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is down to personal preference. Some people like it even darker than this, which is absolutely fine. We actually really like it when it's really dark and almost crunchy all the way through. But most people like it with a bit of softness there, so we're only taking it this far today. So there it is. You can, if you just put sprinkle a little bit of salt, MSG, and a tiny, and I mean a tiny amount of five spice with a little bit of chili flakes, chuck that through, and you've got yourself an amazing snack there.
Yeah, like the
Pork cracklings.
Yeah, pork crackling.
So we're going to use some of this oil, take some of it out. But you can actually cook with this oil here. So now we're off to make a paste, and we're going to put some hot bean paste into this. I'm just going to cook this off for about 10-20 seconds.
Just warm up the flavour.
Yeah. Then we're going to throw in our garlic, and then just cook off that garlic. Smells amazing.
Well, I wish we could have the smelling television.
Smell-o-vision. You say this every time, and you can never remember it, can you? Now
I will one day.
Yeah, you will one day. Now the garlic's ready. We're going to throw in our pork.
And the leeks.
Yeah.
Salt.
No, some MSG.
MSG. Oh yeah, we didn't need salt. No.
And we're just going to
soy.
cook this through. Then I'm going to add some Chinese rice wine, sugar, and some Maggie's seasoning. I'm just going to cook this off for about 30-40 seconds so you've got like a nice light syrup. Sauce, yeah. Then I'm going to add some chili flakes.
And the fresh cut chili.
Yeah. Obviously you don't have to add the chili or the chili flakes. And there we go.
That's beautiful. Twice cooked pork.
There it is in all its glory, and we're so excited to try this one, aren't we, Ma?
Yeah, we're trying it for you.
Well, we know what it tastes like, but we're just here to show you that it actually tastes good by trying it. Here we go. I'm gonna get me some of that
bit of rice,
steamed rice, some of that pork, some of that leek, a big chunk of garlic.
Everything in there. Ooh.
Come on.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
It's gonna sound weird. I was gonna try and describe the flavour to you. It's earthy.
Because of the leeks, isn't it?
Well, the leeks and the bean paste. It's also got an almost salt and pepper flavour to it. Almost like not a spicy, but like I call it a special. Not special. So it's salt and pepper if it ran together with Kung Pao chicken.
Yeah,
but the chicken was pork.
Yeah, this is good.
Really good. Is. It's the texture of the pork that really brings out the flavour, and because it's, like I said, it's been crispy on the outside, which means it's dried. It really wants to like absorb moisture, because that's the nature of anything that's dry, which means that the flavour has gone into the pork.
Yes, it absorbs all the flavour into the pork there. Look at that.
Like I said, you can have these bits thicker than this. Again, it would add a little bit more, like not chew, but softness. If you want it more crispy, slice them thinner.
I like to do some thin and some different sizes in it. So anyone like the thinner one, you can have the thinner one. But if you like the a bit slightly chunky one, you can have chunky.
I personally like a mixture just because sometimes it's nice to have. It's like a bag of pork scratchings. Sometimes it's nice to have the big crunchy ones, and then sometimes those little bits on the bottom are just.
And the garlic now.
If you want more sauce, by all means, you can just add just a little bit of water so there's more sauce. But when you concentrate it down, it becomes so much more punchy.
Do you know what is good will be?
What?
A fried egg on top of it.
Fried egg makes everything better though.
Yeah, that would be
Bacon
lovely.
sandwich, fried egg. Fried eggs, more fried egg. Anyway, so there we go. Twice cooked pork. In the second cookbook this is, I think it's page 53. Let me check. 253, sorry, but I will check. 253! So, there it is for you guys who've got this already, and if you don't, make sure to comment below and I will tell you where you can get it.
Any of the things that you watching this video you like to get, just comment below.
Yeah, like if you
We'll
want to
get
know
back
where to
to
get
you.
anything,
Yeah.
we always reply. Also, make sure to like and comment. That helps us out loads. By all means, if you want to support us, head over to the Recipe Vault, which is just like 75p a week, and you get all the videos early, as well as the ingredients and methods along with those posts. But if you don't want to do that, like I said, just like the videos. That helps us a massive amount.
And share. Happy cooking, happy eating.
Bye.